my name's Aurelia Olguin. I'm a senior here at MacU and I'm studying biology. Yeah, so that's funny because most students change a couple times during their college career. I didn't. I knew exactly what I wanted to be. I knew, from a very young age that I was meant to be in the science and technology field. And so whenever I started, I did have my doubts within science of like what I was going to be. Did I want to do research? Did I want to go to med school? What I wanted to be exactly. But I've really just known that I wanted to be a biology major the whole time I've been here. So the lab in here, this is our old lab, but it does feel like home. I've spent so many hours in here. Long labs. I mean, some labs were like 3 or 5 hours long to complete all of it in the end. This was like every single week since I was a freshman. This is the exact lab that I learned Chem 1, Chem 2, OChem 1, OChem 2, virology, microbiology, all of the ologies, and I have been able to participate in experiments that have really just been hands-on and opened my eyes to what we learn in class. And so this lab is very important to me as well as the other majors because this is where we grind. This lab has seen 100 different versions of myself, so it's really important to me and I feel at home. I think I would just tell them exactly what I would want to say to my younger self, and that's choose your battles and know your limits and really just work hard because that's what's going to make it pull through in the end. I think my favorite memories have been made with my friends. The experiments are really cool. Like there's been times when we got to extract caffeine from tea leaves and dissect animals and make our own bacteria swabs and stuff like that, and that's all been great. But the things that I remember is like laughing and the jokes and being able to call my professors a friend in the end and be able to just the camaraderie that you have with your fellow classmates after so many hours of long, hard study sessions and so many hours of preparing for difficult tests and stuff. I think that's what I look back and I see and I imagine in this room is just hanging out with my friends. I'm Aurelia and I'm a 2024 MacU grad.
We dream big at Fort Worth ISD and have the academic and extracurricular programs to back it up. Reach for it and dream big. Choose Fort Worth ISD.
The year has flipped as the Texas Wesleyan men's basketball team looks to extend a small winning streak as they host a Sooner Athletic Conference team that is on fire. It's hoop time in Fort Worth. I'm Jimmy the St. Christopher alongside Jared Jones of the Atlas Sports Network. Welcome to the Sid Richardson Center on the campus of Texas Wesleyan University. It's a 9-4, 5-4 for 6th place in the SAC Rams, close to 10-3 overall 6-3, fifth place in the conference, Mid-America Christian University Evangels. Rams come off a 98-53 thrashing of OK City University Thursday night at Abe Lemons Arena. Tex Wesleyan was up by 20 at the half. We're led by Montez Young Jr.'s 19 points and 8 boards as the Rams scored 52 in the paint and forced 21 turnovers. MACU has won 4 straight, beating Science and Arts 87-69 Thursday with 6 Evangels scoring in double figures. MacU beat OK City 69-58 last month, but not as big of thrashing as the Rams gave OK City the other night. MacU has single-digit losses to Langston, John Brown, and Nelson this season. The Rams beat John Brown by 2, lost to Nelson by 7. Rams have won just 9, have lost 17 in the series. They've dropped 6 straight in the series. Most recent was a 79-56 loss on February 29th, 2024 in OKC. Jared, what do the Rams have to do to end this skid with a very talented MacU team?
I mean, the one way to defeat a team with championship pedigree, as we've seen here on ASN2, with both MacU men and women being in the Sooner Athletic Conference championships and semis, it's the simple fact that you have to be disciplined. You have to be solid on your feet. You can't jump. You have to be solid in the passing lanes. Little bitty things that we've seen coaching staffs time and time again slip up on in big-time games, whether that be later in conference play, in conference tournaments or national tournaments. It's how you defeat teams like this in the regular season. You have a home crowd that is, I would say, a tad bit riled up with the game that we had prior in the women's contest. So you have a lot at stake. Your season is on the line more than ever as the games wind down. A 10-win MacU team, if you have 10 wins at this point, it's for a solid reason. If it's in the Sooner Athletic Conference, that's as good as it is, and you have 10 wins, it's an even greater reason. It's because you're a good team. What's the way to beat a good team? You're better. You're better on the board. You box out. You take smart shots. You cross the boards early from guards to forwards. You're solid in transition. You talk on defense. Every little bitty minuscule detail has to be on point for 40 minutes of basketball.
Rams score 78 points a game. That's third in the stack, 77 for MACU. Both teams scoring a lot. Who has a better defense between these two clubs?
I would say MacU, and it's all centered around the big fella, Megak Menyang. We saw him in the conference tournament last year, and he has gotten even better. More than half a block increase in terms of per game tallies from the big fella, and I expect big things from him. He's the anchor of this MacU defense. So Texas Wesleyan can try to neutralize him and his ability to not only disrupt shots from, I guess you could say, under the basket all the way out to the free throw line to control the boards, then that is going to be the difference for Texas Wesleyan, because MacU's defense pound for pound is solid. It's one of the best in of the Sooner Athletic Conference. They got the best of them the last time they met on the 29th of last year. That final being 79-56. Guess what? If you hold any Rams team to less than 60 points, it's because your defense is fantastic. They can't have a rerun of that today here at home.
A lot of swatting between these two teams. Who wins the blocking war today?
I got to give it to MacU. They have it in terms of not only just height. Their height is a little bit more athletic than Wesleyan. Not by much. It's not by a grand margin, but it's enough for me to give the Evangels a slight advantage.
The Sooner Athletic Conference, the NAIA, welcome you to today's contest. We ask that you join us in supporting character-driven intercollegiate athletics. Help us to create a positive, competitive environment by showing respect for all student athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators. Texas Wesleyan University, Mid-America Christian University, and the NAIA are committed to the Champions of Character program. We hope you enjoy the game today. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able. Remove your hats for the playing.
We dream big at Fort Worth ISD. And have the academic and extracurricular programs to back it up. Reach for it and dream big. Choose Fort Worth ISD.
At the SID, just a couple moments away from the start of this evening's second game. The first one was a barn burner, 55-53 MacU over the Texas Wesleyan women, who led at the end of the first period big, led at the end of the second period big, led at the end of the third period not as big, but ended up losing. The largest lead and the only lead was the last basket that MacU made and hung on to win 55-53. Let's turn it over to Brandon Carpenter, the starting lineups. The starting lineups for each team for the visitors from MacU. Under the guidance of Josh Gamblin, they're going to run out Jawan White at guard, Josiah Fulcher at the other guard, Terrence Gaines, guard forward. He's out of Denison, Texas. Keyshawn Mason from Oklahoma, and the big guy, Magok Manyang from Adelaide, Australia, New Mexico, JC. For Brian Wanamaker in his first year as head coach, Rams, Trey Senegal, Caden Morgan at guards, Montez Jr., the San Diego kid from forward, Richard Amafule out of London, and Matt Nero at guard. Our officials for the second game today, Marvin Myrick, Chaz Harad, and Palin Didrins. Rams in their white uniforms with the black and gray trim, black and red with some white trim for the visitors from Oklahoma City. Manyang will jump center with Richard Amafule, and we're underway from the SID. Glad to have you aboard. In game two, MacU edged in a thriller Rams women's team in the opener, 55-53. Rams control the tip. Nero goes around the top, loses it. Big guy from Australia, Manyang, picks it up. Fulcher now will bring it into the attacking zone. Juwan White with 0 in red on the back of that uniform. Gets it back. Drives around a screen. Top of the key. 3 ball is sent up by Mason. Back iron high. Rebound missed. Grabbed by Senegal. Rams come into the zone. We're scoreless here. We played 40 seconds. Miro, one arms it across the top to Montez Young Jr. Caden Morgan, quick dish right to Montez Young, moves along the baseline. Fadeaway shot in the paint, missed off the front, rebounded by White and McHugh.
Manyang already on the board. That's his first rebound of the game, and now fired a 3-ball.
And he does it, he misses it. And Montez Young Jr. grabs up the board.
One thing about the big fella, he's good for a couple threes a game. He's already trying to get into that rhythm quickly, I see.
Montez Young Jr. taking his strength and aggressiveness into the paint, scoring. The San Diego product was 4th and rebounding 8.5, 13.7 per game. Number 1 in the conference, 57 from the floor. He has 11 blocks on top of all that. And he steals away there, and here comes a one-hand tomahawk slam. And the Rams jump up quickly, 4-0 here in the first buck and 40 seconds.
Love to see a good old-fashioned tomahawk jam, but as good as the state counterpart. 4-0 Rams early, huge bucket.
On the top with it goes Gaines, and a 3-ball fired up from the left side, failed by White. They scramble for the board, do both teams, and now everybody but 7 players are on the floor. We have 3 bodies down. 2 Evangels get help rising to their feet.
Foul's going to be charged on Wesleyan. A loose ball found the floor on Nero.
Yep.
Now we have the official using the Swiffer mop this time.
Don't they have like a football player or some other sport player or some highly academic student doing that? The official grabs the Swiffer. McHugh yet to score now. Played a little over 2 minutes. Far left corner. Big guy from Australia. 3-ball. Sinks it. Does Manyang. Magok. M-A-G-O-K, spelling of his first name. Rams up by 1 now as they go into the zone. And we have a whistle blown. There's a foul. That'll be called on Keyshawn Mason.
Quick sub ball rated for Coach Wanamaker. 1 minute separation between him and his former Coach Shingleton. Substitutions for Coach Wanamaker, they're nothing to him. He will switch out at any moment. Loves to keep fresh legs on the floor.
The Ontario native Evans back in the game. Vegas has it now. He's going up a right 3-ball. Bingo, bango, bongo early for Vegas Evans. He says, here's one for Canada as he drills the 3-ball. 7-3. Rams with the lead. 17:20 to play in the first half. There's Manyang throwing up his 3rd 3-ball, missing. Boarded by the Rams in Senegal.
He shot just above 27% from downtown last year. I don't know about you, Jimmy, but this looks like a completely different ball player in terms of confidence shooting from 3.
It sure does. Remember, he swats 13 this year. 13 steals. He's 41 from that 3-point arc, although he's 1 for 3 so far today. Rams in the zone. 7-3 lead. Amafule. Bunch of black and white around him. Shot slapped down. They have numbers 2-on-1 going to the right side. Layup missed for the follow. Point blank over the top, scored by Fulcher.
That's just good old-fashioned 2-on-1 transition offense. Drills that everyone from Pee-wee all the way up to even college guys run for situations like that. Great running and transition.
Nero at point, throws it to Morgan. Shot missed by the Rams, rebounded by McHugh. White will dribble across the half-court line. High coach Shingleton as he pats us on the back as he goes by. Shot missed by the Evangels. There to grab the board was Caden Morgan. Brings it into the Rams zone and drives baseline. Out to Senegal. Senegal snaps it through. Nothing but NET. 1-2-3 ball for that Senegal, and the Rams extend their early lead. We played 4 minutes.
Rams have been lighting it up from downtown. One of their quickest starts of the season from 3. 2 for 3 from downtown.
Double team underneath. There's a whistle. Foul on Mason. Caden Morgan fouled him. The Evangels bring it in, and the left corner three ball is shot through. Perfect swishel from Fulcher.
Well, I hope you like threes because we're seeing a lot from both teams already.
Yep, they're heaving. There goes Nero to the baseline. He drives to the rack with the right hand off the left side. So Matt Nero, the 5'9" senior from Killeen, shortest player on the floor, but boy, he's strong and aggressive and fast. He's got that right wrist taped up. And the two fingers on the right hand. MacU baseline drive. Fulcher, whistle though.
Looks like it was a loose ball foul. Yep, under the basket. Coach Brian Wanamaker absolutely puzzled. That's two quick ones on Morgan. He's going to have to take a seat.
Yeah, he is. He does. And back comes Montez Young Jr. Morgan will grab a chair.
For some reason, the clock is rolling. Or like a second might have ticked off. Or
there was nothing going on. Now there is. They're trying to get it in, and they do. Do the Evangels. High on the left side, it's White with Nero. Good defense on him. Nero, White goes in, misses, shoots over Nero. Rebound under fresh 20. Follow-up is good. The follow tip is good. That is tipped in by Keyshawn Mason.
One thing about this MacU team, we know they are dominant on the offensive board. Second in the Sooner Athletic Conference in offensive rebounds per game, and you're seeing exactly why they're tenacious on the second and even third chance effort, resulting in 2.
Nero's pass is tipped and then picked off by Terrence Gaines. Gives it to Fulcher, brings it across the half-court line. Gaines in the far left corner. Nero on him, got knocked down, got back up and defending now as he drives the baseline. Just Gaines misses the shot. Senegal with the board, the white headband. To the other white headband on the floor for the Rams. Samafule hands to Evans coming around the top, and there's Senegal pumping a three ball high off the left side, went over the top of the backboard and drops into the arms of Fulcher. Rams with a 2-point advantage, 13:45 to play here in the first. MacU with the ball, step back three from the right side, and that is hit. And you're right, Jared, if you like threes today, right now is the place to be because they're both cannon, both teams.
Say cheese. Heavily contested three, right on the eye defender.
Evans into the paint to Senegal. Senegal this side of the free throw line of the left elbow. Montez Young takes it into the paint. Little floater bounces around and off. And look at Gaines go above everybody else to scrape the board down.
Gaines took a whack on the side of the head. Still came down with it.
Far left corner. Manyang with another three ball. He's 1 out of 4 now as he misses on that one. And becomes a flood of reserves for Coach Gamblin.
Vulture is going to be charged with the over the back foul. A little too handsy on the way up. Looks like a stoppage, a timeout. Yep. Looks like a timeout that'll be taken by Wesleyan. It'll be their first.
Let's grab a quick one. MacU up 13-12, 13:08 left in the first. Rams basketball will continue on the Atlas Sports Network after this. .08 left player in the first. Jimmy the Saint with Jared DeMoose on the Atlas Sports Network. MacU has taken a 1-point lead, 13-12. A lot of three balls going up. 3 out of 8 for MacU. 2 out of 4 for the Rams here so far in the early going. Anthony Sierra's into the game for Coach Wanamaker and the Rams now. He brings it in the attacking zone. Xander Baker's in there for Coach Gamblin, pressuring. Montez Young is a whistle blowing down low.
It's under the basket. A loose ball foul is going to be charged. It's going to be against MacU. How about that?
Yeah, Morris Williams out of Plano. Sierra will slap it, get him going, brings it in. Senegal release, air ball into the arms of awaiting Fulcher. Fulcher ahead, Morgan was defending on Williams. Williams grabs it. Now a 3-ball from the right side by Williams. Misses from the right corner. Bounces high. Hit the top of the backboard, out of bounds. Rams ball.
I would assume that it would, I don't know, because it was a similar play on the other end.
And they didn't call that. I was waiting for them to call that. So they should have called this one down here, right? But they didn't call that one. They called this one. Okay. Huh. Maybe it's just their prejudice against this basket to the right or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they missed that one. Senegal throwing up a 3-ball. He misses that. And a whistle again down low.
Another loose ball foul, this time against Wesleyan's Vegas Evans. 2 hands out of the basket, not a clean box out. Thankfully, it's only his first, and it looks like Coach Wanamaker's going to go to the bench to try to maybe bring somebody in. Don't know if that was for Evans or not.
Williams brings it into Baker. He lopes across the half-court line. Almost stolen the pass between the center circle top of the key. Now Fulcher uncorks a 3 and bounces around off the backboard and off. High rebound down the left side. With it goes Senegal for Texas Wesleyan. Shoves Baker aside and scores. Nice move by Senegal, but I like his aggressiveness too. If he can just maybe get the 3-ball going. It came in 16-point average, leading the Rams. Rams go up by 1.
Yep, tough shot. Can't hit the 3, similar to the women's game before us. 3-ball's not falling. Get to that second and third level.
Far left corner, 3-ball arc there, and around and up and out and down.
Had to take a little trip around 287 to fall through.
It's almost like a geyser shot coming out, but Newton's gravity went down. Rams have it stolen now. Back into the attacking zone, out number 2-1 with a reverse miss by Fulcher. Senegal has his pass batted away as he came across the half-court line.
Great hand by Quentin Woodson, getting near the open floor, cutting off the ball handler, keeping him along the sideline. But when he had an angle, put his arm straight across. No room for the official to call a foul. Tips out of bounds and stops the fast break.
So Tex Wesleyan will bring it in underneath their own rack. Sierras to do that. Big kid from Brazil. Hamilton Wallace in there. Shot missed down low. Follow-up right side scored. Senegal. Second basket in the attacking zone in the paint.
So we saw the Wesleyan women get to an early lead against the Evangels. Now this game's the complete opposite. It's back and forth.
Baker did a head and shoulder fake. Shooed the long shot through it to Gaines. Gaines back out. Baker drives to Gaines. He's going to uncork from the left side. A lot of those rattling shots, it look like they're going out. That one didn't go down. It came out. Rebounded by the Rams.
That's just the rims of the Sid, Jimbo. If it's not straight up and straight down, it may not go down at all.
Montez Young stole it, threw it off the body of Baker, and then they score the bucket to tie it at 16-16 to the Rams.
Woodson on the clash, a bit slow to get up. Favoring that right leg, seems to be okay, but it was a hard tumble he took.
So McHugh will play it in. Rams look like they're showing press, but they were in the backcourt. They all realized they had to rush to the front court to put on the pressure. Getting across the half-court line now for McHugh is Wilkerson. Wilkerson with the head of steam goes to the left elbow. Back top, stumbling, fumbling. Pass left from Williams, I should say. Back to Williams. Williams fires a 3-ball off the back, tipped by Wallace to Nero. Rams with the rebound and the ball. 16-16 tie. We're under 10 to play in the first half. Morgan down the paint, wide open shot from the left corner, failed by Evans. Morgan on his back in the paint.
It looks like Jimmy McHugh's going to try to match size for size, let alone keep fresh legs. As the previous aforementioned, Woodson's going to go out. Wonder if they're going to check on that leg, on that bum wheel that he found on a couple of plays ago. So now in terms of depth for McHugh, 3 guys that you can consider 4s or 5s on the floor.
Nero inbounds to Evans. Good defense employed by Williams. Evans stops, shoots off the right side, misses. A 10-footer, rebounded by Wilkerson and Evangels. 9.5 to play. First period, we're still tied at 16-16. Passing through the Rams logo is Wilkerson. Wilkerson goes down the paint, throws it underneath to an unsuspecting Mason. It's off Mason and McHugh. I don't think he expected to get that. I think he thought that Wilkerson was going to take it to the rack.
I mean,
what's this spear, the big spear coming at me, this big rubber thing? Nero, to his knees, was dribbling on one knee, got up, continued to dribble, but dribbled out of bounds.
Thought the official whistle for a foul almost said it was going to be out of bounds. Nero just seemed to downshift a little too quickly, getting down the baseline.
He was dribbling on his left knee.
Now that makes it 2 of the 3 of our officials today that have manned the Swiffer. So now both but one.
Yep. You're wondering where's Augustin Kenyabi? He's out for the year. So another official cleaning up the sweat. McHugh brings it in. We've been tied at 16 for a long time now, down to 9 here in the first half and a couple of ticks. Far left corner, wide open 3, but not taken by Morris Williams. Out top it goes, charging into the paint. Wilkerson has his pocket picked by Morgan Kagan down the right side. Sends a right arm, gets a favorable bounce. I thought that was coming off, but had enough apex to go over and in.
Morgan, perfect time and an even better job going through contact through the air, finishing a tough layup.
Rams up by a pair now. Gaines misses. Boarded down low for McHugh by Mason. Williams gets the garbage from that. He's coming out number 2-1, spinning on the baseline. Another spin. He falls down, loses it to McHugh. They come into the zone.
That's why you don't keep your clothes on the spin cycle forever, Jimmy.
Marcus Wilkerson misses a shot off the left elbow. Wallace, big kid from Brazil, says get out of here. I'm taking that board away from much smaller Wilkerson.
One thing to know, Jimmy, these officials letting them play. A lot of contact on both sides. Yep. They're swallowing a whistle each of this first half.
Which I like. Hayden Morgan, right side to Senegal. 3-ball, front lip miss. Reaching out to grab the board was Mason for McHugh. Coach Gamblin kind of slowing them down now as they come into the attacking zone. Walking across the half-court line is Baker. Baker gets it back. Out high, a 3-pointer on the way. That's a front lip miss by Gaines. Rams board it. Kind of jogging across the half-court line is Morgan. We'll go to Senegal. The jab step, some fancy dribbling. A spin, right elbow, fall away. Nice shot by Senegal. Trey, the Houston kid, pumps it in. Full timeout, 7:12 left here as the Rams and McHugh playing pretty good ball game. Glad to have you aboard. Rams leading it by 4. More exciting Rams basketball on the Antler Sports Network after this.
We dream big at Fort Worth ISD. And have the academic and extracurricular programs to back it up. Reach for it and dream big. Choose Fort Worth ISD.
.2016 Rams with a 4-point advantage, 7:12 left here in the first half. Rams came in 9-4, 5-4 for 6th in the sack, 10-3, 6-3 in the sack. For 5th place is McHugh. They've won 4 in a row. Rams have won 2 straight.
Evans and Wallace on the floor for Wesleyan. In terms of the 4 and the 5 spot, I think we can call those guys the Bruiser Brothers. They are physical.
They are big and physical. Fulcher stops right elbow, shot, missed, back iron. Boarded by another physical guy. Montez Young, Jr. Sierras throws it to Montez Young. And a walk by Canadian Evans. Amafule and Nero come back. Out goes Evans and Wallace.
I think Coach Brian Wanamaker has in his arsenal. He has his traditional lineup that's, I guess you could say, smaller with the starting 5 he typically starts out with. And then he has both Evans and Hamilton on the bench for a bigger lineup, which would definitely be best fit against this versatile MACU team.
6.5 to go here in the first of a low-scoring game relatively, and getting within 2 with a nice reverse shot off the right side was Keyshawn Mason.
An even better feed. Great bounce pass to Leaders. Bick fell into the basket for an easy lay-in.
Stopping, popping, and scoring off the right elbow. The smile on his face as he heads back into the defensive zone is Trey Senegal, the Rams' leading scorer, coming in 16 a game.
That's because he's feeling it, Jimbo. That's the second shot, that little shimmy leaner from the elbow he's hit. That exact same right elbow. It's money.
Mason hands off to White. White to Mason. It's picked off. Montez Young Jr. throws it across the top to Senegal. Senegal some quick moves and baseline. Sierras now center circle, top of the key pass to Nero. Looks back at Coach Wanamaker. Signals with the right hand. Baseline drive to Young. Reverse! The San Diego Kid, I call him. Montez Young Jr. Wow. 6'5 junior. Spectacular.
Went around the world and grabbed you a souvenir on the way back. Huge lay-in.
To increase the Rams lead. It was 6. It's now 4. And with a beautiful reverse of his own, Juwan White says, I can do the same thing.
Put a little English on that finish.
Yeah.
How about that?
Major English. Boy, that was splashed in perfectly off the boards. Rams now with a 4-point advantage. 5 seconds, 5 minutes here in the first. Young for three-point land. It clanks off the left side. Gaines grabs it. He brings it into the zone. He goes and scoops and misses the backboard shot to the disgust of his coach, Gamblin. Rams with the board, stopping, shooting, and splashing in and off the left side to Senegal. Senegal says, well, I can do it from either side. If I'm not hitting the threes, I'm scoring down low or from 5 to 10 feet out.
Jimmy, I think he's just trying stuff at this point. I mean, off balance on the inside leg, off of the window. Come on. I mean, come on, man.
And he's got that little look. Nice move down low. Missed shot by Mason in the paint. Agak Manyang.
There he is again.
Back
off
in.
the tenacity on the defensive boards. Had 3 Rams around him. Still found a way to bring it down. He should be hanging the line. No, they said no shot.
Wow. Yeah, they were, and Coach Gamblin was going.
Even from this angle, you can see he was going up to shoot. At least I think so.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Everybody was thinking 2, but they don't get 2. They get a inbounds play. Bring it into Mason. Mason gets it back from White. Down low, reverse. Clubbed underneath. 2 shots for it. Now they're going to get 2 shots for that, right?
Now, the main question is, some of the MACU bench wanting an offensive or a basket interference or a goaltend. The question is, does it happen before the shot? Yep, looks like it might have happened just moments before. Might have been that only saving grace.
So Magak Manyang, who thought he was fouled before, definitely fouled this time, makes the first free throw. He had an Adelaide, Australia, and a New Mexico JC transfer.
One thing to also know, Jimmy, Wesleyan 6 fouls in this half.
Wow.
Good amount of basketball left to play.
Absolutely. Second free throw as the Rams have a 5-point advantage. We reach the 4-minute mark here in the first half. Sierras to Young. Young with a brilliant move, but he follows his miss with a tip in. Wow.
He
like hung in the air long enough to stay up there. Didn't even touch the ground, did he?
His back was almost halfway turned to the basket, Jimmy. I mean, wow. This is the beauty of basketball. It's almost like a ballet.
It is a ballet. You're right. Good analogy. Missed shot along the baseline of about 8 feet. Failed by Fulcher. Rams with the board. Senegal, little floater, and he hits it for Trace Senegal. My player of the game so far. We still have 3:18 left in the first half. As Senegal shooting lights out now, has 13 points.
They'll make that 15 on that last bucket. I mean, it's hard to keep up with him. That's the second time he's hit that little inside leg runner.
And he's 1 out of 4 from three-point land. 15 points now coming mostly in the paint. Little runners and fades and drives. Nice move, but missed shot. An air ball by White. Rams board it. Young down the far side. Rams with a 9-point advantage. Goes to Nero. Matt will dribble out to the center circle. Or near it. Play to Young. Richard gets it back. Senegal to Nero. Nero fails with the 3-point shot. Retrieving it before it goes out of bounds is White.
Longest possession on offense for Wesleyan in a while.
Yeah, there was. Usually quicker to the basket, and a missed shot on the layup, and the tip is missed too. I thought White's shot was going in, and the follow-up failed by Mason. 2:10 left in the first half. Rams with a 30-21 lead. Let's grab a break. Be back with more exciting Rams basketball on the Antler Sports Network after this.
We dream big at Fort Worth ISD. And have the academic and extracurricular programs to back it up. Reach for it and dream big. Choose Fort Worth ISD.
I look up here in the scoreboard, see 2:10 left in the first half. 30-21 Rams with the lead. Jimmy DeSaint here, Jared the Moose next to me on our Sports Network. Bringing you exciting basketball, and a near retrieving of a pass by Fulcher on the inbounds from the Rams. He couldn't get to it, goes off Josiah. The Rams will bring it in. Now with that 9-point advantage, Ticks will be at 2 even here in the first half. Rams looking for win number 10. Senegal looks the situation over, and there's a foul blown to the disgust of Coach Gamblin. The big guy, Magak Manyang. What did you see? Did you see that there?
I mean, it seemed like just typical beating and banging that we've seen from both teams all game long. So part of me kind of has to, I guess, agree with head coach Gamblin.
Senegal fires up a 3 from the left side. It fails. A nice save by White. He tried to bounce it off Senegal. Instead, it went back to the Rams. So the Rams got a fresh 20 with $1:40 left in the first. Amafule, people on Magak Manyang. Down low to Amafule with the left hand, too hard off the glass. Up to scrape the board down was the aforementioned Manyang. So Evangel's in the attacking zone. Manyang is going to fire up his 5th 3. Hits on that one. Bingo, bango, bongo for the big Australian.
There's a big fella again.
Yep.
Knocking him down from outside. Well, you have a guy that's 6'9", averaging 10 boards and 10 points a game that can stretch out and hit the 3 ball. That opens up a litany of options on offense.
Nero down the paint against the 2 trees, and he's amongst the trees there, the 5'9" Nero against the much larger Manyang at 6'9".
Foul on Fulcher, that's his second.
And also in that play trying to block it was Gaines, who ain't no short stuff either. So Nero at the stripe. Matt, first time tonight, 69 on the season. Fires the first one through. Yeah, go back to Manyang. I like what you said earlier, that from last year he's definitely improved in the three-point range, and which makes him, 100 times more dangerous. If he wasn't dangerous before.
I mean,
you know?
as we said, 6'9" frame,
Yep.
dude is massive. The fact that he can shoot the three balls, that free throw is no good.
Yep.
And can stretch the floor at a whim and doesn't lose confidence in shooting the ball. It's a great asset to have.
Grabs the boards and swats the shots. Oh, a right hand. Wham bam with the right hand. Drive along the baseline by 6'4" Fulcher of MacU.
Fulcher rising up quickly. Are we sure his left field down the street? Looks like the one we might be right here in the Sid. Taking off.
Yeah, exactly. Baseline drive by Young. He tried to get it out to Evans. Picked up by White. White comes in and a two-hand hammer. Slammed in by Josh Fulcher. Two hands, the same on the number on his back. And they're within 3. 31-28. Rams with the ball up by 3. 18 seconds left here in the first half. Baseline air ball shot by Senegal. Followed up. A nice follow-up by Vegas Evans.
9 seconds. Got plenty of time to get a good basket here.
Yep. Skipping across the half-court line is White. Manyang doesn't get off in time. He faked Nero out. If he would have made it, wouldn't have counted. So 33-28. We've reached the end of the first half. Rams with the lead at the end of one half. Yeah, pretty good ball game. We'll be back to summarize it and go over some stats, I should say. It is halftime here at Sid Richardson Center. Let's break away. Rams basketball on the Antlers Sports Network.
Find your support system. At Texas Wesleyan, you'll get the one-on-one attention you need to succeed. Texas Wesleyan, small classes, big scholarships. Now that's smaller, smarter.
We dream big at Fort Worth ISD and have the academic and extracurricular programs to back it up. Reach for it and dream big. Choose Fort Worth ISD.
My name is Jimmy Cabrera, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is James Ortiz, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is Gracie Sanders, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is Cassidy McKinney, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is Keely Juarez, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
Hey Brian, when Jerry Schooley interviewed me, she asked if I could perform under pressure. I said no, but I do a pretty good Bohemian Rhapsody.
Do we just go? Is that what we do? Oh, okay. My wife is mad at me. My wife was mad at me because I was lazy. I didn't do anything.
You know, that's funny, Brian. My wife came in and said I never listened to her. I thought, what a strange way to start a conversation.
Straws are for suckers.
You know, Brian, I don't know why Marvel doesn't use the Hulk more often in their advertising. He's just one big banner.
Straws are for suckers. Why are pirates called pirates?
I don't know, Brian.
They just are.
Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
R.
A lot of people think that, but it's really the C.
Don't worry, I've been storing all your dad jokes in a database.
I like that you picked that one. You know, Michelle Obama was famous for adding sustainable gardening at the White House. Do you know what her favorite vegetable is? Broccoli.
How does NASA organize a party?
I don't know.
They plan it.
If April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring? Pilgrims.
I was going to tell you a time traveling joke, but you didn't like it.
I do like that. Do you know how you find Will Smith in the snow?
No.
You look for Fresh Prince. I still think it's funny.
That's the best one.
That is the best one.
This morning, a clown held the door open for me. It was a nice gesture. Jester. Sorry. It was a nice gesture, too.
I just read a story in National Geographic about two cannibals eating a clown, and one of them looked at the other one and said, "Does this taste funny to you?"
I'm addicted to brake fluid, but it's okay. I can stop anytime. Straws are for suckers.
Straws are for suckers.
What did the drummer name his children?
I don't know.
Anna 1, Anna 2.
What did the ocean say to the beach? He didn't. He just waved.
I'm sorry. That's a trick joke. I accidentally swallowed a bunch of Scrabble tiles. My next trip to the bathroom could spell disaster.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because! That's the best one. That is the best one.
My 7-year-old daughter told me that when I cry laughed.
Find your support system. At Texas Wesleyan, you'll get the one-on-one attention you need to succeed. Texas Wesleyan, small classes, big scholarships. Now that's smaller, smarter.
We dream big at Fort Worth ISD and have the academic and extracurricular programs to back it up. Reach for it and dream big. Choose Fort Worth ISD.
My name is Jimmy Cabrera, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is James Ortiz, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is Gracie Sanders, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is Cassidy McKinney, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is Keely Juarez, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
Halftime here at the Sid Richards Center in Fort Worth on the Antler Sports Network. Rams leading MACU 33-28. Rams shooting 50%, but only 18.2 from three-point land, 50% from the charity stripe, 30% for MACU, 33 from three-point land, 50% from the charity stripe. Rams only player on the floor in the game today in double figures is Trey Senegal with 15. 8 for Montez Young Jr., 7 apiece for 3 players, White, Fulcher, and Manyang for MACU. Rams win the board war 22-18. And bench points for the Rams, 5 to 3 points in the paint, 20-12 in favor of Texas Wesleyan. Turnovers, 9 for the Rams, 4 for the visitors from MACU. 33-28 halftime lead for the Rams.
Quick score update across the SACs to take a look at some of the big plays of the first half. The Oklahoma Fort Dealers game of the week between John Brown and Wayland Baptist at Wayland just down the freeway in Plainview. So far, the Pioneers holding off the Golden Eagles. That score with 15 and a half left in the second half. Wayland 44, John Brown 41.
Find your support system. At Texas Wesleyan, you'll get the one-on-one attention you need to succeed. Texas Wesleyan, small classes, big scholarships. Now that's smaller, smarter.
We dream big at Fort Worth ISD. And have the academic and extracurricular programs to back it up. Reach for it and dream big. Choose Fort Worth ISD.
My name is Jimmy Cabrera, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is James Ortiz, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is Gracie Sanders, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is Cassidy McKinney, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
My name is Keely Juarez, and I'm a MACU Evangel.
At the Sid Richardson Center, home of Texas Wesleyan University.
Rams clinging to a 33-28 halftime lead. Is about ready to start the second half, despite shooting just 18%. That's right, 2 out of 11. The Rams from three-point land in the first half. MACU in their black and red, controlling the ball to start the second. A near interception, but retrieving the pass was White as a geyser ball. It goes way high and out of bounds at the far left corner.
Quick zone look on defense for the Rams now, switching immediately to their man-to-man front. Going to be interesting to see what combination of defenses Coach Wanamaker has for MACU out of the break.
So 16 left to shoot. Inbounds pass comes to White. Juwan with Nero on him. Dribbles down the paint, the right side, uses the glass, splashes it in off the board to perfection.
Just like that, it's a one-possession game. Rams giving up first blood, an opportunity to strike back, though.
Nero, as he got to the center circle, Rams logo, is a whistle blowing.
Oh, a quick stoppage of play. Was it a foul?
It was on Keyshawn Mason.
Yeah, I saw the referee put up 25. No, maybe it was just a shot clock.
Oh, okay. All right. I saw 25.
Confused for a minute.
I know. So, sorry, Keyshawn. Wasn't against you. So Nero to Morgan. Senegal is 15 points, the only player in double figures in the first half. Amafue was shut out point-wise. To Nero, down the paint he goes. A shove aside of a defender. Misses the shot. Rebounded by the aforementioned Mason.
One thing about Nero, 5'9", but not afraid to go amongst the trees, as we've seen numerous times today.
He just got knocked on his wallet to this 94 by 50-foot hunk of wood. Charging foul.
I'm telling you, how many 5'9" guys do you know that are willing to take charge, go amongst the trees, get there and wrestle for boards?
And he's a player that John Madden would love. He has that right wrist taped up, 2 fingers taped together, and he's out there bouncing around amongst the trees, getting knocked to the woods. Senegal spins. Morgan has it. Morgan goes to the baseline, then hands off. The step back 3. Air ball shot by Montez Young. MACU controls now. Down by 3, 18:25 to play, just underway here in the second. White dribbles around, left corner 3 ball on the way, rimmed out and missed by Gaines. Rams with the board. Montez Young Jr., little lob pass to Nero. Nero sets it up, takes a snapshot of the MACU defense and throws it to Amafule. Amafule with a couple of body fakes and shoots it in, his first 2 points of the game.
From that right elbow, Amafule had that hand up, knew where he wanted to be. Nero did a great job getting it to a spot, and the big fella did the rest for 2 points.
Now walking it through the Rams logo at center court is White. Gaines right side pass to Fulcher, whistle. Rams foul on Caden Morgan.
Morgan gets that quick foul, shakes it off, and funnily enough, though, he can't shake it off too much, though, because that's his 3rd foul.
Yeah, it is. Inbounds pass to Gaines. And a 3 ball, 1-2-3 to start the second half. Magok Manyang, big kid out of Australia. I'm telling you about him firing in those threes. And
there he goes again.
Now 3 out of 6.
Warming up.
Off the feet. It wasn't off the feet of Senegal. I thought I saw it go off his feet. Oh, Rams say, no, it didn't, as Young will play it in to our left. Amafule goes to the right elbow, made the shot last time from there. This time it hits the left side of the glass, nothing else. Rebounded by Young, and he does that reverse so fine, so well. Boy, Montez Young Jr., MYJ, I like to call him.
That lay gets him in double digits. A strong rebound and even better finish around the defense.
Fancy drilling by White as he throws up a little floater from 6 feet along the baseline, missed. Senegal with the rebound. Rams with the ball. Comes Morgan. A blocking foul to the disgust of the MacU bench. Floors Fulcher. Fulcher called for the blocking foul.
We have the view of an instant replay, and
Does that look like a charge?
Try to slow things down here to take a look. See the defender. No, because the defender wasn't stationary. There was no excessive force forward from Morgan on the drive.
Is that a
it's
flop?
It's a bang-bang play. No, not necessarily a flop. Just because there is a ball handler that runs into a defender doesn't necessarily institute an extension of the arm or an offensive foul. It's a simple fact that the defender was still moving forward. He was still sideways with the body, and the lower body made contact with the ball handler, in this case Morgan, before there was an initial turn, whether that be a stoppage in momentum or making him change directions. So great blocking call there by the
defender. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because he wasn't stopped, yep.
Hard to argue there.
So Rams playing in underneath their own rack, up by 4. Finally get it in. Young, high on the right side. Amafule now top of the key. Richard throws left to the fellow hand-banded Senegal, goes into the paint. Looks like it was batted out to Young, and Nero, I should say Morgan, and Nero misses the 3-ball out of bounds off Texas Wesleyan.
I believe that's the first 3 that we've seen Nero attempt so far today, as we try to take a look and see. Yep, that's the first 3 he's taken today. He really hasn't had to let anything go from downtown. He's been more of a facilitator as well as a guy that's willing to do the dirty work at that one spot.
MacU with the ball, in person of Mason, gives to Fulcher. Fulcher goes to the rack with the right hand off the left side. Boy, talk about aggression to the rack for the Lima, Ohio product.
Great job turning that corner, keeping the big fella on his back in a position that he couldn't block it, and an even better use of the right hand to keep it away.
Rams with a 2-point advantage now. We're under 16 to play, and a little floater over the top. Senegal has been aggressive in the paint today with his 16th and 17th points.
He's already going again. He had a monster first half, almost a 20-ball in 20 minutes. Seems to be on pace to do that exact same thing in half number 2.
Rams leading score now exceeding his average of 16. Baseline drive, and then White throws it to the right corner. 3-ball is missed. Manyang with a beautiful save. He saves it to the wrong color jersey, and Morgan and the Rams. Amafule, uncontested 3-ball, and rims out. Young with the fresh 20, but he lost a handle on it. MacU will bring it into the attacking zone. White down the paint with the right-handed scoop shot off the left side, and Rams now lead 39-37. 7 ticks over 15 to play. Full timeout with Scrab 1-2. More Rams basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Coming right up after this timeout.
We dream big at Fort Worth ISD. And have the academic and extracurricular programs to back it up. Reach for it and dream big. Choose Fort Worth ISD.
this game, they got a lot to top that first game. MacU came down, back from being down 17 points to win at 55-53 over the women in the first game. Rams now up by 2 with 15 to play here in the second half, and the ball. Nero snaps it to Senegal, gives it to Young, to Amafule, goes across the top to Evans, and then pass intercepted. Here comes Fulcher, who's had a tomahawk slam today.
He's had a tomahawk and a two-hand. All he's missing is like maybe a windmill or a 360 to cap off the Triple Crown.
He'd grow another arm or hand, he'd have the three-hand hammer. That was a nice move inside. But it looked like he wanted to throw it. Keyshawn Mason along the baseline. He just simply took it to the rack to tie it up at 39-39.
Mason patient on that far side block. Saw he had some root short corner. Took the spin and a kiss off the glass. Two hands for a safety to finish two.
Evans bounces inside the top of the key to Amafule. Mason poking at him. Evans off the left elbow bounces down low to Amafule. Low block. He shoots over Mason, missed. They go for the board, and scraping it away from everybody else was Gaines. White into the zone. White dribbles around, right elbow, step back three ball, and front iron missed. Evans skies to grab the board. Still tied at 39. 13:45 to play. Second half. Nero from Young, back to Senegal. Senegal way downtown, a 21-footer. I think it was like partially tipped almost, at least contested. He missed.
It was definitely highly contested. Tough shot and not what you need with a MacU team surging.
Fulcher with the board, throws left corner, goes around the top. Mason's getting up a three ball there and misses again off the front lip. So they have, maybe it's this basket, they have the non-three ball itis.
It's something about these rims here to sit. I don't know what's wrong with them. They're very moody.
They're vexed.
If my ex-girlfriend was a basketball court, this would be it.
Ooh, Nero missed and it's swatted out of bounds. That went swatted from the paint to the far left corner out of bounds. 13:01 left. Still tied at 39 here in the second. Big kid from Brazil, Hamilton Wallace. Gonçalves de Souza, his real name, 6'10 junior out of San Paulo.
One thing to keep in mind, Jimmy, as we see MacU going relatively small for what we've seen, Texas Wesleyan going big.
Yeah, they'd be big now as MacU brings it into the attacking zone. White gains, exchanges with Fulcher, stands in the logo now of the Rams. Fulcher, Evans on him, step back three from 21 feet, and he makes it, he gets fouled, and 3 and 1 coming. Wowza.
We saw him try to walk down to his defender, step back, open three, didn't let him land, counted on the foul. How about that? MacU, if anything, they're producing plenty of highlights in this one, Jimbo.
Yeah, they sure are. So a chance for the old-fashioned four-point play.
Oh, you know, how many times we see that?
Yeah, very seldomly. Oh, and he misses the
there it
free throw.
is.
Yep.
The Jimmy Jinx again. It has struck 2 games in a row.
It's always at this basket to our right.
That's how we're blaming it on, not the Jinx, but it's the bucket.
Oh, Senegal gets floored. Mid-block right. He missed the shot. He gets fouled. They'll call it on Jabez Williamson.
Thankfully, he's got all that hair. Might have lessened the blow.
He's cushioned as he goes down.
It's like a crash pad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some height that Williamson, he knows short stuff. So they have, is that Savannah Smith?
How about that?
It is.
The
And all red shoes and red sweatpants and top, sweatshirt. Rams leading three-point shooter.
Is that Savannah Smith?
I don't know. It looks like her.
Looked like her at first.
Yeah.
I think I would understand if she was long gone. She had a long, tough fought game just about an hour and a half ago.
I don't know.
Now everybody's just joining in. The Swiffer's not enough, so how about half of both teams have on the floor? That's one way to get it done.
Houston, Texas product, Trey Senegal at the stripe looking for his 18th point. He had 15 at the half. And he still has 17 points. Ooh, boy.
Wesleyan now at 33% from the line and 1 for 3.
Senegal, he's a pretty good shooter, 72 from the stripe. Second one today makes it. Well, he's 1 out of 6 from three-point land, so most of those points in the paint or inside the three-point arc. M's down by 2 now, 12-20. MacU loses it.
We saw Young killed his dribble. Saw every single white jersey around him go past. Thought, hold on, someone help me, please.
No, I can't dribble anymore. Young hands off to Sierras, gets it back and a baseline drive. Good usage of the glass, but he's so aggressive going in. MYJ.
I feel sorry for whoever's going to build Montez Young's house because the kid loves the glass. Another strong finish off the window.
A lot of windows in his pad. Juwan White, dribble out off him, whistle, and a foul in the Rams. Hamilton Wallace.
Now the question is, where was the foul there? I mean, honestly, it's 50-50. The defender beats him to the spot. Contact was initiated by the offensive player. The lower body comes into play as well as a defender. So that's really just a judgment call for the official.
Baker back in there, took the inside pass, and then down low. Boy, a nice feed. Woodson down low for the score.
All right, here we go. Both teams are fatigued. We're going back and forth. There's another feed.
Attacking the paint with that little finger roll over the top of Senegal. So going back and forth now with 11:20 to play here in the second.
Hope he's an English major. Nasty finish. George Gervin-esque, if I may.
And we got Hank Aaron's numbers as our tie, 44 all. Missed shot in the attacking zone for MacU. Sierra's with the board for Texas Wesleyan.
Jimmy, you're a big Hank Aaron guy.
Oh, yeah. Met my idol when I was 7. Interviewed him when I was 39. Montez Young draws a foul. Yeah, the first big league game I went to, I was 7. Somehow my dad, we lived 3 hours away in Iowa to Milwaukee. Somehow my dad got me down into the dugout and got an interview with Hank Aaron. And I met him. And I was a little 7-year-old.
Oh, 7-year-old Jimmy.
Met my idol with the 8-inch wrist. I'll never forget that. That's where all his power was, because he was, 6 foot, 170-pounder, lithe, kind of like I am now.
Yeah.
But my wrists are like little small bone things. And he had these 8-inch
ham
wrists.
hocks.
Oh, jeez. And that's where he got his power, and bat speed. Young rattles through a free throw. Young Jr., MYJ.
As it looks like Fulcher will check out. It looks like he was gingerly walking on that right ankle. Had it initially taped and tied up tight with a shoe, but now the sock as well as the wrap and the shoe are all off as he looks like he'll be heading to the trainer. Interested to see if he comes back.
Ohio product, Fulcher, and second free throw miss. So the Rams have a 1-point lead. Oh, almost dribbling off his foot was Fulcher. And I should say White. Fulcher's the one who's going out with the shoe off.
He's back walking behind us. Looking for a trainer, some kind of assistant.
Still has a shoe off. Don't look at us.
We have a couple rolls of packing tape here at the scores table.
Will that help?
I don't think so.
It's all we can offer at this point. Rams with it after the MacU miss. Sierras dribbles around. Morgan, the step back 3. Looked like it was definitely contested. He missed. Sierras with a fresh 20. They tick down to 10 to play here in the second. Rams trying to increase a 1-point advantage. They led by 5 at the half. Morgan goes around the top baseline and reversed by Montez Young Jr. You could tell he wanted to slam it, but he did that hanging in the air, coming from the left side along the baseline with the right hand, and he scores it. Wow, he is fabulous.
Now, Jimmy, if I may, let's see the setup of the play here. An eventual elevator screen that gets blown up. So, great job by Morgan getting off of it. Turns into a Providence action with a double screen across the top of the key. And just an absolutely beautiful pass by the cutting Young under the bucket. Goes up and over through the contact. Looks like he might have got whacked in the head and still finishes counting down the foul.
1 for 2 from the stripe today. Looking for his 16th point now and the and one to increase the Rams lead to 48-44. Second thought, I don't think that is Savannah Young. It's a fake Savannah Young. Savannah Smith, I mean.
An imposter Savannah.
Oh, and Young, the real Young, misses the free throw. Look at Morgan trying to get it away. The board from White. White controls, brings it into the zone for MacU. 9:44 counting. Dribbling into the paint goes White. They're going to blow it on Morgan, the foul that is.
And if that is on Morgan, that is trouble. That's foul number 4 for him. He's got to be careful with a lot of basketball. 9:40 plus left to play.
And he came in with a lot of steals. Good defender, but he's
Time
almost
for
like
foul.
the goon in hockey. Comes in to scrap, and not that he fights, but you know he's aggressive in there.
Do you think Morgan can fight? If push comes to shove, if he's in the back alleyway, you think he can fight? I think so.
Yeah, I agree.
Disclaimer, we did not endorse violence.
No, we don't. I'm not saying he's a goon. He's a tough guy. He's in there to scrap, and he's got 4 fouls, and he's on the bench now. 3-ball missed, far left side by White. Fresh 20 grab for MacU. Wilkerson, a few feet away from his coach, Josh Gamblin, heard the play. Now he dribbles. Surrounded, boy, I thought he carried the ball there. There's a 3-ball missed up high.
An offensive foul
on
call.
Mannion.
Foul's going to be on Menyang, and he's letting the official have it. A little bit of a shove in the back according to the official, and that's 2 on him. So not in hot water just yet, but the stove is on.
Do you think that they, in that play down the paint just before that foul, do you think he carried? I think the way their bench reacted was like, ooh, they thought there was going to be call, but it wasn't.
The way to constitute a carry is if the hand goes completely parallel with the ball. If it turns over, it's a carry. If it doesn't all the way, then no carry.
Oh, a steal by Williams, who stepped on the end line just to our left. You're right if you're viewing.
And see, not happy as Williams comes to the bench. That's the official got in his way. And honestly, I'm not too hard pressed to say that he did. Hard to disagree with him there. I mean, we were right here front row.
Yeah. Rams play it in. Still up by 3. There's Young surrounded by 4/5. That's all but one guy of the black and red-clad MacU team, and they can't even stop him. 4 guys on him.
22 points for Senegal. He has been a man possessed. As we see a foul. Guess Wallace. His reaction, priceless.
Whose reaction?
Williams, you didn't hear the loud woo, the Ric Flair.
No, I didn't hear that. So MacU plays it in to fresh 20. Down by 5 now, 8:23 to play here, second half. Wallace smacking at Mason. Mason goes down, pounds the 94 by 50 foot hunk of wood, gets 2 and 1 coming as he draws the foul.
We see him and Wallace battling, sharing a couple of words this time. Advantage to MacU's Mason. Tough finish.
Mason 6'7". Boy, he 6'7". He looks taller than that.
He's lanky. I mean,
yeah,
dude
is.
The guy's built like a Whataburger fry, for lack of a better analogy. He is lengthy. He's lanky. Looks like him and Wallace still sharing a couple of words under the basket, but nothing chippy though. We can say that. This game really hasn't gotten overly intense.
So it's well played and aggressive as Mason misses the free throw. Chance to draw MacU within 2. He doesn't. They're down by 3. Rams with the ball. About 5 ticks will be at the 8-minute mark of the second half. Sierras to Montez Young Jr. Back iron missed. Rebounded out high by Baker. Xander will bring it across the timeline for MacU. Under 8 to play now. They're down by 3. Mason's going to uncork a 3, and that back iron miss. Boy.
Another offensive rebound by the Evangels.
There's Manyang. He misses. Sierras comes over for the rebound, but before that, Manyang fouled.
No, they're going to call that against Wallace, and that's another foul on him. That's foul number 4. So both Morgan and Wallace now have 4 fouls apiece. And more importantly,
that was down low. That wasn't on. They didn't foul Manyang. As back at the stripe again will be Mason. Wow.
And that also puts Wesleyan over the limit, at least the first limit. 7 the foul of the half. So with 7 minutes and 42 seconds left, Mid-America will be shooting at least 1-1 the rest of the way. That's very valuable. We're trying to chop down a lead. A very manageable lead. It's only 3.
Mason missed his first free throw just moments ago. Makes this one. Get a crack at another one now. And can cut the lead of Texas Wesleyan to a mere 1.
Possible full court set coming up for MacU as free throws off.
Keyshawn out of Shawnee, Oklahoma, misses the second one. Rams board it. They have it. Nero on Baker as he crosses timeline. Amafule bounces into the paint. Goes Sierras out to Nero. Back iron missed on the 3 ball. White with the board. Here he comes into the paint on Amafule and missed the shot. Nero there to grab the board. The 5'9" product from Killeen. Tries to bounce it, and that's ripped away. Had to bounce it along the baseline.
Looks like it was a reach foul that was called. Seeing who it was against. Oh, they called that against Nero. That's his second.
Wow.
At first, I thought they were going to call that.
I didn't know who they were going to call
that against Senegal.
Yeah.
Looks like MacU's going to talk things over with a 60.
Let's grab one, too. Break, that is. 7:11 left in the second. Rams up by a pair. More exciting Rams basketball. The Antler Sports Network coming right up.
We dream big at Fort Worth ISD. And have the academic and extracurricular programs to back it up. Reach for it and dream big. Choose Fort Worth ISD.
Welcome back. 7:11 left here at the SID, at least in regulation. I'm not going to say the game. I didn't say that in the first game. I'm glad I didn't. It didn't go to overtime that first game, but MacU overcame a 17-point disadvantage to win over the Rams women's team, 55-53. Rams men's team up at the half, 33-28 in this one. And now they lead by only 2, and that could be tied here after a one-on-one coming for Terrence Gaines, the Denison High product. And he swishes that perfectly.
So has the Jimmy Jinx subsided for now?
Oh,
dare we ask?
What jinx? What are you talking about? Gained 67 on the season, which is really good percentage, but
there, see?
So in other words, you're saying I shouldn't talk about guys' free throw percentages.
Talk about the weather on a free throw.
It's supposed to be below freezing tomorrow, Jared.
Okay, never mind. I'll take it back.
25 in the morning. Amafule now Rams up by 1, under 7 to play. Amafule mid-block does a 360. Turn around! Not worthy of a bingo, bango, bongo. How about a bingo?
That's just good old-fashioned back work.
Yeah.
Walking down your defender that last hash, spinning, using contact for any separation, fading away. Great touch for the 2-ball.
There's Manyang. He gets knocked into his own chairs.
And that foul, shooting foul, is going to be called against Evans.
Yep.
That's his third, 9th on the team. So one more foul, and then Mackey will be shooting 2 the rest of the way.
So Manyang steps to the stripe. 1 out of 2 from it today. 52 on the season for the Adelaide, Australia kid. I didn't say anything. He missed.
Although he missed
so
that
that
free
just
throw.
proves the Jimmy jinx.
Manyang, though, in double digits, 5 boards.
It's the second one, so he had 3 coming because he got knocked down behind 3-point line. Wow, so he can bring him within 1 again.
Nothing to note, even with 3 fouls, Evans still in the ball game.
There it is. Morgan and Wallace on the chairs as he misses the second free throw. So the Rams hang to a 1-2-point basket advantage here. Now 6:20 left in the second.
You brought up Morgan and Wallace just a moment ago because they have 4 fouls apiece on their own run.
It's 2 on Mason now.
And that puts Wesleyan into the bonus here, at least the first bonus. 7 fouls from Mackey, 9 for Wesleyan.
Fulcher has 4 fouls and a shoe on the right foot and back in the game.
Thankfully,
he's
not on the court missing a shoe.
Right. He's out there barefoot. Where's that tape you guys were talking about?
We had barefoot or shoeless Joe Jackson for a while. Do we have possible shoeless in basketball?
Probably. It would have been if he would have been out there shoeless. Amafule swishes the second one through. 77 on the season. That leads the Rams in free throw. Timeout. 6:20 left. Rams leading it 53-49 here in the second half. More on the Atlas Sports Network coming up.
Find your support system. At Texas Wesleyan, you'll get the one-on-one attention you need to succeed. Texas Wesleyan, small classes, big scholarships. Now that's smaller, smarter.
Welcome back to the SID. Rams shooting 47%, 33 for Mackey. Mackey 28% from three-point land. Rams 12.5%. So they're just pretty much eschewed the 3-ball of the Rams. They have a 4-point advantage. Mackey with the ball. Loping it across the half-court line is White. Manyang out high to White on the left side. Good left block, left side. It's Mason. Mason working on Amafule. Shoots. Doesn't get the and one. Mad at himself that he doesn't get the extra shot with the basket, but we'll have 2 shots coming. One free throw miss. Turnover-wise, Rams have made 12. 11 points scored off those by Mackey, who have made 7 turnovers. Rams have scored 8 points off those turnovers. Second free throw is sunk. It's back to a 3-point Rams lead. 6 to play here in the second half. Evans, black shoe, a white shoe. Ebony and ivory on his feet. Nero out high, Fulcher on him. Now right elbow with the jab step. Amafule has it ripped away. Manyang with the steal, but he walked as he was going down, and he likes to argue all the calls against him, doesn't he?
And one thing to note, the only reason this is a travel as we take a second look, possession is made and he rolls. That is what constitutes the travel.
Yeah, I was going to say, yep. If he skidded, that would be a travel.
Yeah, you can slide, but the minute you turn, the minute your shoulder goes from where you were when you maintain possession to either forward or parallel, it's a travel call. Every single time, twice on Sunday.
So it wasn't too many steps, it was too many rolls. So there's some perspiration being wiped up, and Marvin Myrick, our chief official, over.
Looks like we're having a shot clock issue.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's at 4 now, which we've had before here in the past. So our first of the new year.
The Swiffer is back out. Hope you picked the under, or in this case, the over on Swiffer here.
I hope they have enough Swiffer cloths to go on those.
Yeah. Wonder how many they have just stored away somewhere.
I don't know.
Hopefully they get a refill after this game because they're going to need it. Those things aren't cheap either.
No, they aren't.
Refill box is about $12.
Is that what they are?
Oh, yeah.
I know we get them, but I never look to see how much they are. Rams inbounds with a 3-point advantage now, 5.5 left here in the second half. Rams looking for their 10th win. Mackey looking for their 11th overall. More importantly, they're looking to advance in sack standings. Cross through the paint, far right side to Senegal. There's a scrum stolen away by Mac U. Here they come in black and red with the white trim. One bounce underneath. Gains down the paint and a right-handed layup off the left side. Both Young and Mason go down.
Mason came crashing hurt. Down, was grabbing that right ankle immediately.
And he's not moving. Let's grab a break. We'll be back. Rams up by 3, 5:07 left here in the second. He's up, we won't go back. That was a short, quick break. Hi. We're back.
That was a scary fall he took.
That was. Yeah, he stayed down for a number of seconds.
I wonder if Coach Gamblin is asking if there should be a flagrant or not. Don't know. Wish we can get our crowd mic just kind of like a boom mic in the movies.
Carry it out there.
Yeah, just have it.
Can you repeat what you just said? Carry it out there. Hey, we didn't get that. Can you repeat that?
The people need to know what was just discussed.
So the Shawnee, Oklahoma, Southern Nazarene, Oklahoma transfer. Mason misses the front end. Now further discussion with Chris Herod and Coach Gamblin right in front of us.
Heard from Coach Gamblin's father. Turns out he tuned in during the
did.
broadcast of the women's game. He was a big fan of you, Jimbo.
Yeah, he was. And our broadcast. So he said he listened on the way down to the women's game, and because he listens all the time. So he's in the audience here, not in the listening audience, but a shout out to Josh Gamblin Sr., Coach's dad.
Once again, it looks like we got the towel on one end,
and
another towel on another.
Black and white towels. It's ebony and ivory in the towels.
Can we get a third? Do we have 3 towels anywhere?
Or do we have the Swiffer?
Now I feel like that might be just too much.
Yeah, they're probably out of
2 towels and a Swiffer?
they're probably out of the refills.
The humanity. I believe there's a dollar store right around the corner. Might be able to get a runner to swoop up a couple. Sorry, guys. We have to delay this conference matchup. Someone needs to run to the dollar store and get Swiffer refill.
Get a receipt.
Hey, a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Do my eyes deceive me? Could we be seeing the mix of the Swiffer and the towel? Oh, nope. Referee had put it away. We cannot all be so lucky, Jimmy.
Galen Gidmans, I should say. He grabbed and put the towel around the Swiffer.
Thought we were going to see
I thought he was going to use it like that, but he put it behind the base, the backboard base.
The dynamic duo will have to wait.
We just went under 5 here in the second half. Rams trying to increase a 2-point advantage, and this thriller from the Sid. Nero, step back fake by Evans. He goes in and hits the left side of the backboard. Foul on Mac U. Mackey coach and bench thought it was a charge.
Only one thing right to do. Let's take a second look.
And see if it was, in fact.
We see the head fake there by Evans along the far side. See, right at this moment, as Evans is about to go up, defender is straight up, stationary, and still.
So that's a charge.
That's a good old-fashioned charge.
No wonder Coach Gamblin is pissed. Wow. Yeah,
as
he's
we
on
see,
fire. And rightfully so, as we look at it again. And Jared just explained it.
That's textbook. That's a textbook charge.
Wow. Yeah, Coach Gamblin is still hot. I don't blame him. Rimming the cup and missing Evans, the first free throw.
And that's foul number 10. That puts him in the double bonus. Since it's a blocking foul, not an offensive.
Evans 1 out of 4 now as he misses both of them. But a rebound and a fresh 20 for the Rams after the 2 misses.
Huge free throw trip there, a chance to extend their lead. But if you're Wesleyan, I guess this is quote unquote the best case scenario. You get an offensive board out of it, another possession.
Exactly, after missing those 2 shots. And a turnaround left-hander, about a 12-footer for right in the paint there for Amafule. Builds the Rams lead to 4.
Teardrop, but no love song playing here. Just good old-fashioned fundamentals from the big fella.
Mason head and shoulder fake in the paint. Outright it goes to Williams, back to Mason. Tipped by Young, back to Mason in the paint. Manyang comes across to Williams with 5 to shoot. He goes down, front iron missed. He tips it to the wrong guy, to the Rams in Senegal.
Use of possession and an opportunity there, possibly squandered away by MacU. As we see now, Texas Wesleyan slowing things down. I expect a lot of half court, especially if they can keep growling offensive rebounds the way they have. And they have the slight advantage, at least in the second half. But overall,
Amafule with an incredible shot. He went down the right side of the paint. Looks like it was coming out, and it didn't. Gets the basket. Rams up by 6. 3:33 timeout. Let's keep it here. Rams up by half dozen.
big timeout. 3.5, a little over 3.5 left to go. Amafule, a quick throw run on his own, and more importantly, both of those possessions together, Jimmy, including those 2 missed free throws, mind you, 47 seconds ticked off of the clock.
Wow.
Almost an entire minute gone, and 4 points for Texas Wesleyan.
It's a good play call by Coach Wanamaker. As you said, they were slowing it down to chew that clock, and they did just that, and then they got the benefit, well, of the 2 free throws, but they missed those, but then they got the benefit of the rebound after that.
Fully on that last teardrop and layup on that 4-0 run, getting him into double digits. One thing about Amafule, he may not be the highest scoring, but if he gets, let's say, 8 or 10 points, they'll be allowed 8 or 10 like the last 4 we just saw from him here.
And he's at double figures now. 10 came in with a 13.2 average. And a board or 2, 8.7, which is third in the conference. And rebounds today he has 4, so it's less than half of what his average is on the season. So Rams is up by 6. Mackey with the ball, 3:25 to play in the second half. Gaines to White, to Mason. Williams and Manyang out there as well. Williams, left corner 3, missed. Amafule gets a board and he gets hacked.
Dog got a hook of the arm there. That one's going to be charged to Mason. That'll be interesting. That is, I believe, Mason's third. So a little bit of wiggle room, but not a lot of time to do said wiggle.
And Gaines mad at himself because he didn't make the shot. So Amafule back to the stripe. The Londoner 2 for 2 from it.
That's the last foul to give, so now the rest of the way, both teams will be shooting 2 bar the next foul.
Long guy to foul as he's 77 on the season, 3 for 3 today. Rams 7-point advantage. And perfecto from the London-born Richard Amafule.
Still full court pressure being implemented by Wesleyan. I would assume this is a possible opportunity for Brian Wanamaker to want to speed MacU up. They know they're going to be a little more frantic because they need buckets in droves, but Exhibit A, little things like that could definitely wreak havoc.
Gaines almost lost it. His step back just this side of the free throw line missed, but he got clipped. 2 shots.
Thankfully, that's only Senegal's second. The last thing you need is your best scorer, as he already has 22 points in this one, getting in foul trouble this late in the game.
Gaines on the season 67. We got a Dennison. 9-point average coming in. Swishes that one through.
Great minutes by Mason as he checks out, and it'll be Woodson who will check in.
I like the color of his shoes. He's got that powder blue shoe. He misses the second one. So is that a jinx? Talking about his shoes?
No.
And he missed the free throw?
We'll let you slide there.
Okay,
we'll let it go.
All right.
For now.
I got that on my brain now. So left corner, Rams with a 7-point lead. Amafule in that left corner. 2:33 to play here in the half. Way out top to Young. 8 to shoot. Fires up, misses. Rebound to the fresh 20 underneath. Evans. Shot missed off the right side. Rebounded. Brought in
another
by
possession.
White.
Another possession that lasted 32 seconds. All thanks to that offensive rebound that gave him a fresh 20.
Shot missed there. Brothers missing their shots. They're down to below 31% now from the floor, are the Evangels, with a 7-point disadvantage. 2:01 left in the second. Wesleyan taking a timeout. That's a full. Let's grab one too. 2:01 left in the second. Rams leading it 59-52. More Rams basketball on the Antler Sports Network on the way.
We dream big at Fort Worth ISD and have the academic and extracurricular programs to back it up. Reach for it and dream big. Choose Fort Worth ISD.
Left here in the second. An Antler Sports Network. I'm the Saint. He's the Moose. Christopher and Jones. Jimmy and Jared with you. MacU won an exciting women's game to open this afternoon doubleheader, 55-53. Rams are up by 5 at the half. They're up by 7 now. 2 to play. Rams with the ball. Nero. Amafule. Hands to Young. Amafule down, misses the shot, goes to his own board, can't get it. There's 1, 2, 3 folks on the floor. Rams 44 boards to 30 for the visitors from MacU. Offensively, they trail 10-9, but defensively, Jared 35 boards to 20 on the defensive side. Boxing out. Talk about that. Yep. Nero with it now. Rams will most likely chew to 10 seconds on the shot clock. $1:35 on the game clock. Oh, Senegal loses the handle. Going over the top was Gaines. He landed in the logo without the ball as he dove for it. Foul on Senegal.
Take another look to see what Senegal was so upset about on that last play. And he, tried to catch the ball. Looks like he might have nipped a little bit of the ankle there on his way to try to reach.
3 fouls on Senegal.
Of course, Wesleyan well over the limit, so that'll send Gaines on the line to shoot 2.
Gaines on the season 67. 2 out of 4 today, make it 2 out of 5. Second one, back iron miss. Manyang with the board. Throws it out high to Woodson. 3-ball on the way, and it's bouncing around twice and off in the arms of Young. 3-ball missed by White.
The loose ball foul is going to be called on Manyang. That'll be his third.
33, Manyang with the foul, his third.
It's 3 on big kid from Australia.
And also, that's the final foul left to get. Both teams now with a double bonus the rest of the way. That's 2 shots for the remaining 120.
MYJ at the stripe, 1 out of 3 from it. Or the kid out of San Diego. Swishes that one through, and Rams quack. They crack 60. Buck 20 left here in the second.
Big quack.
Quack.
It's nice Wesleyan Ducks. I like it. I like that. Has a
Yeah.
nice ring to it.
Second one airborne, and that one rims out. White with the board from MacU.
Only an 8-point game, very manageable with plenty of time.
Yep. They have 2 timeouts left. They're down to 70 seconds left. Down low with it in the paint, spinning, and a nice move. Left and right. Woodson scoring off the right side.
They need stops and they need them quickly, Jimmy, and they're giving up a whole lot of space to walk this ball up.
Is it too early to foul them, you think?
I don't know.
And, well, they gave up a right side layup, which discussed Coach Gamblin. MYJ with the board and quickly in the attacking zone. Now Mafule and Young Jr. went up to smack it down. There's a foul to be on Montez Young Jr. That's 3 on he. Woodson, Oklahoma City Carl Albert High School product at the line.
Number 24, Quentin Woodson to the line.
You would have to think an empty trip to the line here, maybe even a split trip. No matter how you slice it, could possibly be one of, if not the final nail in the coffin.
We had the towel on the Swifter thing. I guess they ran out of Swifter things. They're just putting that over the pole, the towel that is. Woodson shoots. Woodson makes the free throw. 6:49 on the season for Quentin. That was his first one of the evening. I guess it's not safe to say it's afternoon, evening? I don't know.
Late afternoon, early evening.
Yeah, the sun's setting a little later now. It'll be late afternoon. This is the second one. They get the rebound. 3-ball on the way. Back iron miss.
Uh-oh.
Here it comes to me. When nice save by White. I was defending myself from the ball, and White diving into my computer. And
they're going to review it, so thankfully we can do the same here.
I'm reviewing whether Jimmy has to go to the hospital.
I kind of got scared for you.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I was protecting.
Let's take a look, see if we can get a good angle on it as well. Ball gets tipped out. Jimmy's life flashes before his eyes.
I thought the ball was coming. That was saved. And I thought Woodson was coming on there.
Well, let's just go frame by frame here. I don't know. When he touches the ball, his feet are in the air from what we see here.
So he saved it.
Looks like it because we see he has the ball. Just makes possession at this exact moment, right in front, right next to you, as we see you slowly
my eyes
lean back.
Getting the size of grapefruits.
Right above, right to the left edge of the scores table. If you're tuning in on ASN2, this will be the very center of your screen. His feet are in the air.
So technically it was the same. It wasn't called that way, so the Rams have the ball and a whistle on the other side.
And it looks like we have a loose ball foul that's going to be called against Morris Williams. And that'll send Wesleyan to the line. Very poor timing.
That was real poor timing. Wow.
But
So Evans steps to the stripe.
Wesleyan not out of the woods yet. They're going to shoot 2. But with that double bonus as well as 2 timeouts in your back pocket for MacU, you got to have some shred of hope.
And 44-9 left on the clock. Evans 0 out of 2 from the stripe. Make it 1 out of 3.
Big free throw.
Yeah, it was.
Big free throw.
It's an 8-point advantage now for Wesleyan, who led by 5 at the half. MacU had a lead of 2 in the first half. And the second free throw made, so it's a 9-point advantage for Tex West.
Morgan back on the floor. Jimmy has 4 fouls.
Here's White on Morgan with the 4.
Need to get a shot up in the next 3 or so seconds.
And they miss as Morgan steals it away, and he's hog-tied and flung around, but not to the floor by Woodson.
Because now we have 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
So the shot clock will expire in 1.7. Morgan at the stripe. First time tonight for Caden, Fort Worth kid.
Well, him and Amafuli both, 2 of the veterans. We talked about Savannah Smith for the Lady Rams, but for this men's team, Morgan and Amafuli both cornerstones of this Rams program.
Yep, both those kids remember from last year.
You have to think that first free throw there, making a 10-point game, 30 seconds left. That might be the dagger.
Second one airborne and goes in, so it's an 11-point advantage. 66-55. Shot game clock, 1.7 difference. 3 ball, top of the key, sunk. 3 ball by Jawan White from Decula, Georgia. Texas A&M International. So MacU uses one of their 2 timeouts, a 25-1 left. No shot clock now for the remainder.
Question is, what does he have? It's a full timeout. We'll split that. How about that? We'll split it in half.
Okay.
My name is Jimmy Cabrera, and I'm a MacU Evangel.
My name is James Ortiz, and I'm a MacU Evangel.
My name is Gracie Sanders, and I'm a MacU Evangel.
My name is Cassidy McKinney, and I'm a MacU Evangel.
My name is Keely Juarez, and I'm a MacU Evangel.
MacU is down to 1 timeout now, but they're 11 points down. 66, actually 8 points down, 66-58 with 25-1 left. So if the Rams can hold on, they'll go to 10-4, 6-4 in the SAC. 3rd win in a row, 5-3 at home. MacU would drop to 10-4, 6-4 in the SAC. Will be tied for 5th. Their 4-game win streak will end. They're 3rd in the preseason coming in. Rams were in the middle of the pack.
Huge statement win here.
I think they got to foul him right away. Inbounds pass, and Nero gets fouled and helped up by the fouler, Juwan White. Manyang was around him too.
He got tackled. Kudos to the MacU guys.
I just killed you, but let me help you up.
Kudos to both White and Manyang both for not even letting them fully hit the ground. Got to give them that.
I know it was. And there was a play earlier, I can't recall it, where one of the Rams helped up along with one of the MacU teammates. So Nero suddenly became Church Sunday. Makes the free throw, 67-58 for Matt. Second one is airborne. He switches that through, so he makes 3 out of 4 in the afternoon.
Offense, defense, Morgan checks in, Nero checks out.
And back to a 10-point lead for Texas Wesleyan. 20 seconds. Just don't foul him. Manyang with a fake, fires a 3-ball out high, back iron miss, grabbing the board, and getting fouled from behind. Senegal goes down on his right hip. He reached for it. He gets up, helped up by Morgan. 2 free throws coming.
he did slide from maybe the NBA three-point line to the other side of the volleyball.
Right. Which is just at the tip of the start of the Rams logo, which is 8 feet away.
He slid from maybe Rosedale to
Vickery. Can you do that? No, Rosedale intersects with Vickery. So
either way, he traveled a good way.
Beach to Texas Wesleyan. Beach to Collard.
There we go.
Or even it's Beach to Texas Wesleyan would be far.
Woof. That's like a bus trip almost.
And second free throw missed. 8 seconds left. 69-58. Final shot of the game probably missed. The three-pointer, and that was the final shot of the game. So there it goes, 69-58. Texas Wesleyan with the win. They led 33-28 at the half. We're not going to take a break. We'll just run through our stats. Trey Senegal, our player of the game, with 23 points, and he was only 1 out of 7 from three-point land, but he made 10 out of 17 from the floor. He had 17 boards, so a heck of a game for Trey Senegal. As Senegal, 23-7 for the Houston Kid. Had 3 fouls. Montez Young Jr. at 18 points with 12 boards, so they had 2 Rams with double-doubles. Amafule had 12 points with 5 boards, 7 and 6 for Vegas Evans. As for the losers, Mac Hugh, Jawan White at 14 to go along with 7 boards. 12 and 4 for Josiah Fulcher, 11 points each for Mason Young and Mygok Manyang, 7 boards for Manyang, 4 boards for Mason, 7 boards for Gaines. He had 4 points, did Terrence. Turn it over to you for some team numbers, Jared.
Let's take a look at the football club's final stats as a conglomerate. In terms of field goal shooting, it was been a pretty much picture-perfect day for Wesleyan. From the field overall, 26 for 55 for 47%. However, both teams not the best from 3. Wesleyan 2 for 17 for 11%. Wow. 8 for 31 for 25% for MacU. Pretty rough day from around the arc for both teams to round out field goals. 21 of 67, 31% for MacU. And the rebounding department, relatively even. In terms of offensive rebounds, 13-9, MacU with the advantage. Overall, Wesleyan, though, getting the edge, 46 and 35, respectively. Turnovers, even though Wesleyan came out with a pretty dominant win, at least in the last 5 minutes, we're concerned, had plenty more turnovers than MacU, 15-9. Let's look at the team stats, Jimbo.
Largest lead by MacU is only 3, 12-54 in the second. Texas Wesleyan led it by 11. That's what they won by. So what does that say for Texas Wesleyan shooting 12% from three-point land but winning by double digits?
It tells you what I said Wesleyan needs to do in the pregame. The little bitty things. Boxing out, controlling the boards, the foul counts. It only got out of hand late and didn't get out of hand in that first half to allow a team that's shooting 70+% from the free throw line to build up points and even build up any kind of advantage in the early going. We saw that Texas Wesleyan control the boards overall, 46-35. Offensive rebounds, not so much. It was the defensive rebounds where Wesleyan dominated, 37-22. They boxed out. They rebounded as a team. Even Nero, the smallest guy on the floor, standing at 5'9" tall, had a couple of rebounds, 2 of those being offensive. So that's how you beat championship caliber teams.
And defensive rebounds, you touched on 37-22 in favor of Texas Wesleyan. What I learned today, or our phrase today, box out.
Box out, box out, kids. If you don't learn anything from me and old Jimmy, box out. It can get you places.
And for Professor Jared Jones with today's phrase, box out, for Ricky Dotson, for James McBride, for Aaron Marquardt, everybody here at Texas Wesleyan. Happy New Year. The Rams win the nightcap 69-58. The women, unfortunately, went down in a barn burn to the opener 55-53. We'll catch you on Thursday night for the doubleheader against very tough Langston team. Women's game will get on the air a little bit before 6 on Thursday night. For Jared, myself, Jimmy the Saint saying adios. Rams win the nightcap 69-58.